Hello, I'm Ukrainian and we are Creative English. As usual, we give you the Ukrainian perspective of reality. In return, by watching this episode, you help us fighting off Russian aggression. So, please comment and subscribe to our channel while watching it. It indeed helps Ukrainian voice to be heard worldwide. Welcome to the News Pulse. Watch in the episode. Ukrainian secret weapon in action. Batyar drone strikes again. The world unites after Russian terror against civilians in Ukraine. Ukraine becomes a leader in drone development. Watch a story. Strange unknown drones once again hit military plants all over the night in Russia. In Yelabuga, the center for the production of Shahed drones, people complain about bright flashes in the sky and loud noises. They get somewhat uncomfortable. So in Tula, another site of mysterious and extraordinary drone attraction is going onwards. Some even complain that they cannot simply go to work calmly, and they work at that very plant that assembles these very Shahed drones that target Ukrainian cities every single night. We're so sorry.
It's still flying. Here they hit at the military plant. The damn plant. How am I supposed to go to work tomorrow now?
In Tula Oblast, another unexpected drone strike hit the Azot chemical plant in Novomoskovsk, causing a fire. The facility is known for producing ammonia-based fertilizers, plastics, resins, nitric acid and chloride. Tula Governor Dmitry Milyayev confirmed that a gas pipeline near the plant caught fire during the incident and 3 people were injured. Novomoskovsk is located around 400 kilometers north of the Ukrainian border. During the night, the Migalovo Russian strategic air base came under attack as well. This airbase houses the remaining fleet of Antonov An-22 aircraft in Russia, the largest propeller transport plane in the world. It is also actively used for stationing Il-76 aircraft, one of Russia's key military transport planes. Footage from objective civilians recorded strikes on the territory of the missile weapons and ammunition depot with possible secondary detonation followed. A clearly visible anti-aircraft system was seen operating but instantly ceased activity after the strike. Apparently, there were multiple hits. Thick smoke was observed even before the explosion following the flashes, disturbing indeed, well, for Russians.
According to public data, the airfield is home to the 196th Military Transport Aviation Regiment, Military Unit 41-486, which in turn is part of the 12th Guards Military Transport Aviation Minsk Division. As of 2018, the division was stationed in Migalovo, from the publication on Astra Telegram channel.
And more good news, the drone attacks also reportedly extended right to the Nizhny Novgorod region, quite deep into Russia, where security protocols were activated at Strigino airport. The Russian Ministry of Defense claims that its forces intercepted as much as 104 Ukrainian drones overnight, including 74 of them in Belgorod, 24 in Bryansk, 2 in Lipetsk and just 1 in Tula Oblast. These claims could not be independently verified, confirmed or not, and Ukraine has not commented anything on them, but on one of the shots you can see Russian air defense hitting ground targets instead of air ones, and the tactic of shooting down Ukrainian UAVs just above their own civilians' heads remains intact in Russia. So much from Russia with love, Russians. In general, drone attacks on Russian targets have become a quite regular part of Ukraine's strategy to disrupt Moscow's war machine, particularly by degrading military-industrial infrastructure deep behind enemy lines. The latest wave of strikes follows a series of similar operations in recent weeks that have impacted both logistical and strategic assets across multiple Russian regions. Dear Russian air defense, brace yourself, The Batyar is coming. The word Batyar means a troublemaker, wanderer, or a rebel of sorts. It's the latest development from the Ukrainian company Deep Strike Tech, which has officially launched mass production of Batyars, the new multipurpose strike drones. Originally designed as a kamikaze drone to target enemy positions deep behind the front lines, its functionality has since been expanded. It can now also operate as a decoy, bomber, or a frontline strike UAV.
Batyar is equipped with a gasoline engine and weighs 16 kilograms. In its long-range configuration, it can carry a warhead of up to 18 kilograms and cover distances of more than 800 kilometers. One of the key advantages of the design is its mobility. The drone can be launched from a vehicle or via catapult, eliminating the need for any special infrastructure. From the Militarnaya publication.
At first glance, Batyar may look like the Russian-Iranian Shahid drone, but the resemblance just ends there. Its aerodynamic design was developed from scratch by Ukrainian engineers with the use of the newest Western technology. So, dear Russian radar operators, we do not at all hate to break it to you like that. We hope you like these surprises, because Batyar is airborne now and he's got some business to take care of.
Every voice matters. Join our community, support independent journalism and help us bring you the truth from Ukraine. Become a member of Ukraine today. Join us now.
Russia launched its largest aerial assaults of three-year war on Ukraine, targeting the capital and other regions of Ukraine with missiles and drones for 3 nights in a row. Dozens murdered all across Ukraine, including children, and dozens injured as well. Amongst those killed by Russia were 3 children coming from one family from the Zhytomyr region. Russia has been intensifying its aerial bombardments of Ukraine as international pressure mounts on Putin to accept a ceasefire proposal. Each such terrorist attack by Russia is a sufficient reason on its own for new sanctions against Russia. Russia is dragging out this war and continues to kill every day. President Zelensky said in a post on Telegram Sunday morning, "The world may go on vacation, but the war continues, despite weekends and weekdays. These cannot be ignored. America's silence and the silence of others in the world only encourages Putin," Zelensky continued. And then, finally, something changed. I'm not even sure what exactly. Maybe some kind of red line was crossed, a threshold. I don't know, a number of civilians and children in Ukraine that were murdered by Russia has finally been crossed. It's too much now. And it caused the United States, along with other G7 countries, finally condemning Russia in one united tone of voice, calling it what it is actually, Russia's brutal ongoing war against Ukraine. As simple as that. That happens in a joint statement marking a significant shift in the Trump administration policy, which previously refused to firmly place blame for the war on Russia. The Telegraph reports on that.
We condemn Russia's ongoing brutal war against Ukraine and stand in awe of the incredible resilience of the Ukrainian people and the Ukrainian economy. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, after the G7 Ministers Summit in Canada.
The G7 joint statement came after President Trump and his closest allies said they were ready to even step down completely as mediators in peace talks after no deal was reached in the first 100 days of Trump's presidency. The statement is in stark contrast to the White House previous positions on how to resolve the conflict. The Telegraph also notes that. The statement also came after the G7 summit in Canada, where finance ministers from the world's most powerful countries considered options for tightening sanctions against Putin, against Russia, against Moscow, if Russian dictator Vladimir Putin continues to avoid ceasefire. And this is exactly what is happening. And also, look who's talking now.
Yeah, I'll give you an update. I'm not happy with what Putin's doing. He's killing a lot of people, and I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. I've known him a long time, always gotten along with him, but he's sending rockets into cities and killing people, and I don't like it at all, okay? We're in the middle of talking, and he's shooting rockets into Kiev and other cities. I don't like it at all.
Even Donald Trump. So maybe it might be finally looking as the world starts to understand a murderer and an indicted criminal. Putin is indicted for a reason. Maybe that idea in general will turn to fact in particular. Zelensky is right. When the world is silent about the crime, it only encourages the criminal. Ukrainians indeed become leaders in drone development. Fighters of the 81st Separate Air Mobile Brigade have created an entire combat UAV laboratory where they do everything to make sure that each drone sent on a mission is as effective as it gets. Our correspondent Alyona Gramova visited the drone lab and spoke with those involved in the production of unmanned aerial vehicles for you.
This is how the strike drone pilots of the 81st Brigade hit Russian occupiers in the Siversk direction. The UAVs used for these attacks are prepared for missions in a special lab. Here, experienced pilots train newcomers how to fly drones and hit targets, even during active combat.
Пілоти самостійні.
Pilots work on their own. Usually they try things themselves first. If it works, they go out and hit the target. If not, they call for help. Like, hey, Svyatoy, something's off. What do we have there?
Everyone here has one goal: to prepare these aerial systems to withstand any conditions at the front. Each drone is tested here before being sent to the battlefield.
Кожний дрон я пропускаю через себе, через свій комп'ютер.
Every drone goes through me, through my computer. We adjust them to fit our needs. We reprogram the boards we use, because some are low quality, sometimes too complex, too small, or too big.
They also focus on keeping drone crews safe. For example, this drone can bypass Russian electronic warfare systems, and if Russians try to intercept the video, they won't find out where the crew is located.
Он находится на цифровом управлении видео.
It's on digital video control. It's secure, so they can't intercept the image. That keeps the pilot safe. The enemy can't trace where the drone returns to just by looking at the video feed, and we're protected from electronic warfare.
To hit targets at long range, the drones are equipped with a cruise control system. This allows the drone to stay on course even when flying through areas with Russian jamming systems.
Допустим,
Let's say, if we notice we're getting jammed, we lock onto a landing spot or some other strong visual landmark for the drone. We fix that as a target, and from there the drone then flies there on its own without the pilot's input.
And the pilot can take control again after.
Yes, you can switch back to manual and keep flying.
This lab also prepares drones that are almost impossible to hide from. This is a fiber optic FPV drone. The capsule contains a spool of cable with a range of 20 kilometers. That means the drone can fly 20 kilometers without being detected by the enemy. They're also working on ground drones. For example, this one can travel 24 kilometers on a single charge. It can carry over 200 kilograms and is used to deliver food and supplies to frontline positions.
ну враховуючи те, що зараз
Considering how it's green all around now, the drone can move through hidden paths and be hard to spot. But if the enemy spots it with a drone and attacks it, either with FP5 or a drop, it's better they hit a machine than a person.
Everyone working in the lab used to be a drone pilot themselves. Now they use their experience to improve and design new drone systems. In just 4 months, the Apache squad has taken out 250 Russian soldiers in their sector. Reported by Alyona Gramova, Yevgeny Karmazin, from Donetsk region, UATV News.
Well, that looks like to be it for tonight. Thank you so very much for watching. You are important to us as you and is your comment that matters, your share that is much appreciated, and your subscription we're craving because it helps us to be heard worldwide. It was News Pulse. My name is Henry Keane. We are UATV English. Please stay tuned for more and see you right at the next beat. Goodbye.